Let's go back and let's talk about the Champions League. Round of 16, man. Where UEFA somehow found a way to screw up the draw. Somehow found a way to screw up the draw. How you screw up the draw. While watching the draw, I'm at work watching the draw, right? And I'm saying to myself, okay, I don't have enough time. Let me watch the draw. Let me do a little reaction to the draw and everything. You see what I'm saying? Let me just do a little reaction to the draw while it's quiet in the morning. And with the little time I got, I did edit a little. I messed up my edit too, where I didn't put the PSG. I messed up my edit. But it was a nice little video though. It was a nice little video. And UEFA, while watching the draw, I'm like, whoa, how are you going to pick, when you pick Villarreal, then you pick Man United? This can't happen. This should have never happened, right? Because the Man United ball should have never been in the pot when the Villarreal draw was made. And then you go ahead and then you pick Manchester City, right? You pick Manchester City out of the thingy, you know? And then you go ahead the next round, and then you're going to talk about Atletico, I think, can play against United or something. I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? What's his name? Marchetti, I think his name is. What are you guys smoking? And Andre Arshavin looks so awkward, like he doesn't even know what's going on. I could have done this draw. But guys, I've been thinking it's very important that they do use the computer though. I've been thinking like, why do they use a computer? They do need a computer because what happens is that there was a situation where one team wasn't put in the draw, I think for the Liverpool draw, because if Liverpool had drawn that team, then there would have been a situation where the draw would have been gridlocked as well. So it is very important that you use the computer so you don't pit certain teams up against each other, right? And then we also had a situation where for some reason Michael Owen came out and said with the redraw, teams are either going to get a better or worse team or teams going to get... I'm like, what are you talking about? Are you an idiot? Is Michael Owen an idiot? Like low-key an idiot? Something like, is he an idiot, guys? Seems so. But look, this is the draw. It was a redraw. It was an official draw, and then there was a redraw. Let's talk about the official draw. I do have let's talk about the initial draw. Let's talk about the initial draw first. We do have to talk about this. I do have something here, and I want to share the draws with you. The initial draw, and then we're gonna talk about the real draw as well, right? So let me see if I could actually pull that up for you. Let me pull up that graphic for you guys to share with y'all. And yeah, man. it was a comedy of errors on the day, for sure, where this should have never happened, but it happened, right? So which one is this? Okay, this was the first draw. So this was the first draw, right? Benfica drew Real Madrid. Let me just go over the list that I have right here. I do have everything written down. And where is that? Okay, Benfica did draw Real Madrid. Villarreal drew Man City, and I was very happy with the draw. But in the back of my mind, I was saying to myself, okay, Villarreal are a decent team. They could actually cause some trouble, right? But City should handle Villarreal, right? Then we had Atletico Madrid versus Bayern Munich. That's a great clash. Great clash. Salzburg versus Liverpool. Liverpool fans probably loving that one. They beat Salzburg twice a few seasons ago, home and away. The home game was a thriller. Liverpool handled business on the road. Could remember that one like it was yesterday. Covered those games. Ajax drew Inter. I think that was a very even clash. Very, very even. Sporting against Juventus. Juventus pretty much locked out with that draw, if you ask me. And then PSG versus Manchester United was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. Mind-blowing. Like, god damn, we got Lionel Messi coming up against Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, yes, yes. They fuck up the draw. That's why that happened, right? And I think they made the right decision to do the redraw, because it would have been a farce if you had allowed that to actually happen and still made the draw official. So UEFA made a mistake, and it's, you know, you got to give it to them for actually correcting their mistake and right away. You see what I mean? But it's still not supposed to happen, though. It's not supposed to happen because it's just weird. I made a whole video. You're wasting my time. You wasted my time, UEFA. You really did. You wasted a lot of our times. We had to do this twice. And the second time around, this is the draw that we had. Salzburg. Oh, I forgot to mention. Chelsea drew Lille. Chelsea drew Lille. Ended up drawing them again. So it didn't bother Chelsea. They end up with the same draw. I actually was saying to myself, okay, Chelsea are gonna get a worse draw now. It's gonna be worse. They ended up getting the same team. Lille, I don't think they're gonna be a pushover, but you fancy Chelsea to make it to the last 8, playing against Lille here. You know what I'm saying? Look, Salzburg, they went from drawing Liverpool to drawing Bayern Munich. So it's out of the frying pan into the freaking fire for Salzburg, right? Man City ended up drawing Sporting, pardon me. Sporting. Porto are not in the competition. Sorry, Sporting. I apologize. I know you don't want to associate yourself with Porto. Look, for City, I think this is a better draw. It's a better draw than the Villarreal draw. Porto. Yeah, I'm freaking. Why am I saying Porto? Yeah. Sporting might actually beat us. You know what I mean? Let me not jinx it. But I think City should walk away with that window. Ajax, I think, got a better draw. I think it's a tough Inter, I think, would have been a tougher opponent than Benfica. So Ajax did get a better draw, if you ask me. And I think they should handle Benfica. Benfica would fancy their chances against Ajax as well. So Benfica went from getting Real Madrid to Ajax. I think they would be like, whoa, that was much better. Sporting, for them, it didn't get better for them. It was actually better to play against Juventus than play against Man City. Chelsea, Lille, same thing. That's the only constant that remained throughout the 2 draws. Atletico went from playing Bayern Munich to playing United, which I think Simeone must have celebrated. And I got this exact draw in my mock draw that I did on my channel as well. So we're going to be Ronaldo versus Simeone. That one's going to be a very, very good one. Very, very, very good clash, man. I'm thinking about other things, other matchups, potential matchups we could have there. But yeah, no other coming to mind right now. Look, Villarreal went from playing City to Juventus, which I think is a better draw for them. It's a much better draw for Villarreal, not for Juventus, who had Sporting. Villarreal handled Atalanta well in their group. They came through. And I think they fancy their chances against the Juventus side that's been struggling this season. Liverpool versus Inter. I do think Liverpool should handle business here. But if you ask Liverpool fans, I think they would have preferred a Salzburg match than the games against Inter Milan. Because we know the Champions League pedigree that they possess and everything. Maybe not recently, but previously. So Inter versus Liverpool is going to be A very, very good clash. The games in AC Milan versus Liverpool, they were good. And these ones are going to be very good as well. The one, Real Madrid, I actually ran across an article where Real Madrid didn't want the draw to continue, right? They didn't want it to be a redraw because you go from drawing Benfica to Paris Saint-Germain. It's like, what the fuck? You see what I'm saying? Like, what is going on here? We need a previous draw. It's going to be Sergio Ramos versus his old team, Real Madrid here. Messi versus Real Madrid. Listen, this one's going to be good. Kylian Mbappe versus his future team. This one's going to be good, man. This one is going to be good. Pochettino versus Real Madrid, a team he's been linked with. This is going to be a good one. You see what I'm saying? Previously, for PSG, they had United. We had Cristiano Ronaldo versus Messi, but it's going to be Sergio Ramos versus Real Madrid, Messi versus Real Madrid, Neymar versus Real Madrid. Listen, it can't get no better than this. It's good. Both draws, I think, were good. I kind of like the first one a bit better, I think. It had more chance. It was just better. It was just better, I think. But look, we have a situation here, guys. We don't know who's going to make it to the last 8, right? We don't know. We really don't, right? But there's a situation where we could have a big last 8. I'm talking about Chelsea, City, Juventus, one of PSG, Real Madrid, Liverpool, one of Atleti, United, Ajax, and Bayern Munich. Listen, if I didn't call... Listen, I don't fancy Benfica. I don't fancy Salzburg to go through. Listen, this year's Champions League, like we've been saying every single year, could be one of the best. Even though UEFA messed up and the competition is like, you know, rigged. I saw during the first draw, I'm like, something's off here. You know, because I think, right, if you do a draw, hear me out here. Hear me out. If you do a draw and the balls are in the bowl, the pot, the person picking the balls out the pot does not need to look at the balls to pick up a ball. They're big. All you need to do, put your hand in the bowl, look at what you're doing, look at the camera, smile, shuffle the balls, and pick one up. When you have it in your hand, then you look at the ball and open the ball. When you're looking in the bowl and scrambling, that does not make any sense. You can look at the ball that you put in from that bowl and keep looking at it and pick it up. Who are you kidding, UEFA? Who are you kidding? Surely not me. Surely not me. Don't get fooled, guys. Definitely don't get fooled. So, look. Talked about the Champions League. What are you guys saying right about now, man? Hey, Bob, I still think Real Madrid beat PSG.